And TSpirit. This I like. You've got this IO, you've got this Snapfire, both of which are pretty squishy heroes, both of which need to stand back in a team fight and just do their work, right? Like Snapfire, she needs to channel the Mortimer's Kisses. Io just needs to keep Gyrocopter alive and hitting. The Earth Spirit is one of those heroes though that can really get into the back lines and just find those supports. At the least, cancel that channel of the Mortimer's Kisses. Don't allow her to just sit there and just throw them out. And even with the IO, just being able to get a nice silence off, disrupting the IO and not letting him just regen through all the damage that'll be coming in, does seem pretty nice. Though you see FlyToMoon, they immediately go into the Mars pick because again it was still available. And so now you have the Mars, Snapfire, and Gyrocopter combination. Arena of Blood, into Calldown, into Mortimer's Kisses. We talked about it during the first draft. It is a very, very devastating combination to have.
10 seconds remaining.
Spirit, how will they respond?
Remaining. Radiant team back. Lena.
Okay, Lena pickup is made. So now you have some burst potential there for the IO and for the Snapfire. It's more than likely going to be directed towards that IO though. I guess the Lena also allows you to, attack from outside that Arena of Blood.
10 seconds remaining.
You have such a long attack range that you could just make so much work happen
5
from a
seconds
distance.
remaining.
Obviously, the Lena does come online quite early. It's a little bit questionable, I've got to say. But it is one of those very safe picks to make for that mid lane. Lena's, also doesn't lose the mid matchup that often. It's very hard to harass out a Lena. So one more ban for either team. FlyToMoon, they're going to start with their own ban. Of course, TSpirit's still missing that position 1. You've got to start asking, like, do you get rid of the Lifestealer now? As it is still ready to go if TSpirit want to pick it up. You do have the natural Infest carriers in the Centaur and the Earth Spirit, but instead they'll get rid of the Void. Also a good ban. Of course, you don't want that Chrono when there is the Mortimer's Kisses, the Arena, even the Gyro IO. That Chrono is just a direct counter because you can just Chrono that duo up, go straight for the IO, and suddenly the Gyrocopter just isn't as menacing as it used to be.
10 seconds remaining.
Spirit.
5 seconds
Looking to
remaining.
ban some kind of mid-core here that Iceberg will be playing. I kind of wonder, like, do they want to just get rid of a cheese pick like a Husker, which definitely could come out. Not that the Husker does amazing up against Lena in the lane, but not like he just loses the lane either. Still a possibility here. Could go down the safe route as well. You could just pick up something like a TA. Just doesn't lose the lane, farms up very quick, and can start snowballing. You've already got the lockdown for those Mortimer's Kisses, so you don't really need something like a Dream Call anymore, even though the puck was already banned. They'll get rid of the DP.
Radiant team picked.
Spirit, okay, they'll go for a Sven position 1. I was not expecting that, but I do love the switch up from TSpirit. This is either going to work well or it's going to crash miserably as FlyToMoon, they go into the DK. So a very safe mid. That's going to mean that the Lena and DK are just going to be trading last hits in the mid lane. It's going to be a very, very passive mid. But apart from that, both these drafts look very, very interesting. Do I like the Sven? I don't know. I hardly get to see it in the pro scene. I think it's viable. It is very powerful if it gets the farm up. We've all seen what a Sven can do once he has farm and just pops, the I don't even remember what the skill's called anymore because it's been that long. His ultimate is what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how Spirit make this draft work. FlyToMoon though, their draft is just so easy to execute. I mean, we just go back to that same situation. They've got such good team fight. They've got this tanky DK that, TeamSpirit don't really have an answer for. Like, sure, Urgon has a lot of magical burst, but apart from that, once Iceberg's got a BKB up, what do you do? I guess you could kite him. That's probably the best you could do in those situations. An immediate pause coming out again. That's fine, because it gives me time to remember what this spell name is, and that's God Strength. Okay, I can't believe I've forgotten that. But that just goes to show how long it's been since I've seen this hero being played. I think after playing the game for like 15 years plus, you think you'd remember the name of Sven's ability. And again, FTM, get to work. They don't want people looking at this minimap. I don't blame them. I don't like it either. Just get rid of it. Oh, I see. They're making a flag, right?
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
It also goes to show how bad my geography skills are, as I didn't really recognize the flag at the start. There's some really straight lines from General. That's almost impressive how straight they are. Of course, ILTW has that damn sword, that cosmetic sword that everyone wanted when it first came out, because it has that amazing cleave animation when you hit creeps.
Well, too bad. Who wants cookies? Well, too bad.
Something for
Here's the thunder that's meant to be on the sword is kind of disjointed a little bit. Good luck trying to buy the sword. I'm pretty sure it's very, very expensive.
worthy of a god's praise.
Nisha. Alright, we'll get into it. Game number 2. FlyToMoon, they come into this with a 1-0 lead so far. They'd love to get a 2-0 to get this night started for themselves. Of course, if TeamSpirit do lose this game, it's not the end of the world. They do have a secondary series on tonight. The only problem is, though, they're going to be up against VP. So, if FlyToMoon are already being a little bit too much of a headache for them, well, then you've got Virtus Pro waiting in the back for their opportunity. So, TeamSpirit would obviously love to try and tie out this series for now and force it to a game 3 as non-grata. This is a very unfortunate situation. He's getting caught out near the mid-tier 1, and I don't think he outruns them, although a massive stun into the roll, into the LSA. It was all a bait to begin with as a V-Tune, getting it chased down and does go down. And I was asking myself what non-grata was doing there. It's like, since when do Centaurs run to the mid lane like that? But great bait, and FTM, they take it with stride. Sending out the good luck, have funs. I love it. Great sportsmanship between these two teams.
The battle begins.
What a start. A 1-0 lead now for Spirit. FTM not going to mind too much. They're all back up. They're just going to get back to their lanes and just forget that ever happened. In fact, who got the first blood? It was Urgon on the Lina. So that's a great start for him on the Lina. Gets the nullifier up, or the null talisman, excuse me. I suppose that could have been the that would have been the worst hero to give the first blood to if you are FTM. Because that can mean that Ergon may be able to apply a little bit more pressure onto DK with this Lina. Of course, up at the top lane, ILTW going to be there with Misha once again. They'll be up against General and Aloha Dance in the exact same lane that FTM ran in game number 1. They should be pretty used to this. Bot lane. Nongrana back on the Centaur. It's going to have Immersion this time on the Earth Spirit rather than the Wyvern. Vichun always want to fly on the Gyro IO. Sending out a very early homing missile once again onto Nongrana. She does a fair bit of magic damage to start, and Nongrana gets very, very low on the Centaur. He does have Retaliate available if he wants to try and turn, but without HP, it is not really something he can afford to do, as Vichun is not going to give up. Goes all the way towards that T1 before he stops chasing the Centaur. Now, rolled in, Vichun. Gonna be fine. Immersion just threatening with that roll. Does have the Rocket Barrage available on the Gyro now, so you've got a lot more kill potential there if you do want to make another dive onto Nongrana, but there is going to be a roll from Immersion. Nongrana can't really get in range to get a good hoof stomp off. So still holds on to that Retaliate, waiting for the next opportunity. Immersion does have roll again if he wishes to roll in. He will go for the slow and always want to fly, though. Again, Nongrana not able to get the hoof stomp off. And Immersion, that was a very weird roll to make. Looks like he was trying to go for the pull. Doesn't quite get the side pull off. Nice idea, though. We'll see if they can actually catch this Gyro out. As I mean, Immersion, he may find some couriers. That'd be nice. Unfortunately, the creep wave's there, so they're going to be able to scout out the ES. And he will just pull the creep wave. Couriers will be perfectly safe in that tree line. As Nongrana does go down. Immersion leaves him alone for a while, and Vichun immediately commits the homing missile Rocket Barrage. It's not very hard to kill a Centaur with all that magic burst that Gyro does have early. Mid lane. They found the Lina. Nice cookie there from Aloha Dance. Ergon misses the LSA. They're going to keep chasing him down. They have Breathe Fire available. Scatter Blast. Not going to be enough, but Ergon, he very fired up. It's not going to matter. Immersion gets a roll off, but Iceberg, he's going to be way too tanky. Immersion tries to body block him, but there was no chance of getting that kill without the Lina being there. Just a great rotation. They do find Aloha Dance at least. The T1 tower does find the kill in the end, but Iceberg's still going to be very, very satisfied with that kill. Not going to mind his support dying. As we do have some disconnections coming out from FTM. And I believe that means they're going to reconnect. A bit more lag issues here for FlyToMoon. Top lane, General. Cookie, gonna be there. Spear as well, ILTW. Perhaps assuming Aloha Dance wasn't around, but he was. And now bot lane Nongrana falling very low. Nice hoof stomp will allow him to walk out of there. Vichun didn't have a follow-up homing missile to throw out. They will get the salve out of the Centaur though. They'll be happy with that. FTM, they really are finding everything they want. Every single lane for FTM thus far has been won by FTM. No lanes have been lost. They haven't been won in a crazy kind of way, but winning is winning.
Bounty killing.
That is very scary for Spirit, who do kind of rely on having a good lane to have a good game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Always want to fly.
Are scanning.
Non-Grana does get a nice hoof stomp. Double edge, retaliate being popped. He just claims the kill. He's been holding on to that retaliate for so long now. Just like, screw it. Let me just go get this free IO kill. No point holding on to it any longer than that. Top lane, though, there could be a massive engagement as Stormhammer does come in with the role of the Earth Spirit Immersion. Trying to go after Aloha Dance, but he's managed to survive, though. No. Purifying Flames does come out from Misha. He claims the kill.
Money to burn.
It is a 3-hero committal for that Snapfire kill, but they're trying to protect this stack that FTM is contesting. And how did it get to the point where it's a triple stack? Someone's been stacking it. They don't want to give this away. ILTW will come back in. He does have level 2 cleave available, so he can clear these out. Aloha Dance is going to be there to try and steal some XP, and does get quite a few of the last hits with Scatter Blast. It's a big deal. Just denied off about 150 gold from that Sven. Looks like Immersion may have had enough of this top lane. Where are we rotating to, though? It looks to mid.
Invisibility. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just roaming around down the river. He'll go down bot. It's always a really terrible place to be in as an Earth Spirit when you can't really set up kills for your team in the early game. He might be able to roll into V-Tune. That'd be an amazing kill for Spirit to get. They've got 3 heroes down here ready to commit for this. V-Tune, he's moving forward. Non-Grana baiting very nicely, but Immersion, he's really holding on to that roll. They've missed their opportunity. He walks out. And again, this is really not what you want as an Earth Spirit. Like, sure, I mean, you're roaming around getting a little bit of XP at a time, but nothing's being set up here for the team. He might try mid. But we've gone over this. Iceberg, he's on a DK. He's basically unkillable right now.
Dire's top tower is
And FTM, they just start pushing the top lane. They just say, screw it, nobody's here to defend.
Radiant are scanning.
They'll back off after seeing Immersion TP, but perhaps they'll just go back in now that Immersion's TP'd, as they do have Arena of Blood. Homing Missile will land on the Centaur. Non-Grana, not gonna mind. Mid lane, Aragon. Copping a bit of damage, but it's just Iceberg. Just forcing in that tier 1 mid. Stun will come out. They do have Laguna, but there's the cookie. Iceberg, he's falling low. I don't think he's low enough, though. Got the magic resist with that double bracer. The Laguna wouldn't have been enough to really burst him down. So Ergon will hold on to it.
Dire are scanning.
They do buy enough time, though, for at least for ILTW. He does pick up the Mask of Madness. With that Mask of Madness, he can really escalate in farm now, and it looks like he's just going to stick to the jungle for a while. Just generally what happens, though, mid lane, they do roll in Non-Grana, trying to go after Aloha Dance, but they can't find the kill. That's a Stampede committed just for a support attempt, and they just couldn't get it. So Aloha Dance just walks off happy as Larry. And TeamSpirit just don't have an answer yet. They're going to try and smoke up after this bounty rune. They could burst down the gyro, but no, the IO healing him up, roll in. It is going to be enough. Immersion. Getting V-Tune at the end. Always want to fly, almost keeping him alive, and now they may be able to find the IO. Still going away. Cookie going to be there to stun up on Nongrata. They really want to chase for this Centaur kill, but they don't really have Dragon form. Still, Breathe Fire is there. Iceberg, understanding there's no real point. No, maybe there is. He goes back in with the stun with the IO. Breathe Fire going to be there. No, Fate's Edict going to save for now. He just holds onto it and does throw it out. He does get the kill. Now Magnetize Immersion trying to get a trade. Boulder Smash is going to hit into Aloha. He's basically dead, but they want to trade that ES for the snap now. And they are going to find him. Arena of Blood even being dropped Ergon. He just TP'd back in. Gets speed up. Going to go down. Fate's Edict, Purifying Flames, trying to help him out, but now you're going to lose that Oracle as well. Misha has nowhere to go but down, and that's exactly where he's going, as Iceberg gets a triple kill. Just beautiful kiting there from this DK. Just baiting that Centaur forward, going back in, getting the stun off, cleaning up the kill. And even the Arena of Blood, just straight on the Lena's head by General. Making it very hard for Spirit to get anything out of this draft so far.
Radiant structures are fortified.
One positive is you still do have ILTW. Still farming up, doing a great job of it. Second in net worth. And probably will be first in net worth quite soon with the speed he's farming at. But then again, it's still a Sven, right? You're still fighting into a DK as a Sven. Bot lane, T1. TSpirit gonna go ahead and clean it up. No contention though. I mean, FTM. It's just a bot T1 tower. It's the most worthless tower you have. They just leave it. Though they don't want to leave this gyrocopter. V-Tune. He gets caught out. Magnetized Boulder Smash gonna be there. And they burst him down though. No! The relocate from always want to fly, saving the day, and now General, he'll find Misha. Did that relocate dodge a Laguna Blade? I believe I saw the damage register, but it seems as though it just wasn't enough. There's Immersion. Gonna tick out to the DK. Iceberg on a mega kill now, and he's going for more. He knows the Sven's in the jungle. He may go for the Courier instead. And is it going to be enough? Not quite, but he really wants the Sven. He won't go for it after a while. He lets it go. Doesn't want to contest behind the tier 2, but maybe now he will. General's here. ILTW does TP away. But that just opens up that top tier 2 tower for FTM to take. You have a little bit more time on that Dragon form, so you can get a tiny bit more damage out. That'll be enough. So there is a chase. Bot lane on Grata. Gonna get caught out. Nice cookie from Aloha Dance, and LSA doesn't land from Ergon. Always want to fly. He's kind of trapped in the corner, but he just TPs out. V-Tune doesn't have his partner. He really likes having that IO nearby. He'll just TP as well. Can they get the stun in time? No, he gets out. Aloha Dance will go down, but you missed out on the IO, and more importantly, you missed out on V-Tune. Your top tier 2 is still being pushed in by a Dragon. And TeamSpirit, I don't believe will be able to try and defend this. So Iceberg fortifies the creeps. It's going to be a slow process, but you'll get there eventually. They'll send Nongrata up, but I don't even know if Nongrata can defend this. He gets stunned up in general. Yeah, he comes in with the Arena. Just blinks straight in, and it's going to be a nice, easy kill. False Promise will come out from Misha, and they will drag it out a bit. But Nongrata has still taken way too much damage, and now Misha goes down. You've got no heals left, so now the Centaur has no chance. And FTM are starting to run over TeamSpirit. And I just don't see what they can do here. Like, they're so dependent on ILTW getting farmed up. He's almost at his BKB, but even after that, he won't have the damage output to really feel comfortable in these team fights. But that early BKB does imply that he wants to get involved with his team. Maybe with the God's Strength it'll be enough. On V-Tune, maybe. On the DK, no. Definitely not. And you've even got these little core items that still haven't come out yet on TeamSpirit, like Non-Grata. Last game had a blink real quick. This game, 15.5 minutes in, still doesn't have it. He's not really able to jump in and initiate with his team. Mid lane, ILTW. Saw Aloha dance, but doesn't even bother trying. Aloha just trying to be annoying with that cookie. He may die for this, as ILTW is eyeing him out. 10-second BKB is also up on the Sven, so he's feeling like he can take a fight. To make matters even better, he finds a double damage rune, so now he definitely has some damage output.
Double damage.
If he catches anyone, it's going to hurt quite a lot. You scan out Immersion, who is on the right side of that T1. Iceberg, he'll show himself. He does have a Heaven's Halberd up now on the DK, so Sven, not going to be as much of a problem. Especially once that BKB wears out, then it's not really a problem at all. Top lane, Non-Grata may get caught here. They're going to stampede. They want to go after this IO kill, but he is still pretty tanky as the IO and V-Tune. He may just turn around. In fact, he does. He has a defusal up on the gyro as well to slow Non-Grata down. And well, now Immersion jumps in after the IO, but Always Want to Fly is still surviving and Non-Grata is not. Magnetized Matic Always Want to Fly out and does. But you lost a core Centaur for a support IO. They're going to try and go into Iceberg now on the DK, but I don't think they have the damage output here. ILTW, he's going to come in. He has that BKB. They'll get the stun off, but the arena is there from General, and he finds the Lina. That's the one target you'd want. Ergon, at least he has False Promise, but General is literally just walking away with his shield up. He's been left behind. He may die, but that was your 10-second BKB charge, as well as the God Strength.
Thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
And they only found the Mars. I don't think General's going to care about that. I think they'll overall be pretty happy that that 10-second charge is gone. You almost certainly wanted V-Tune or Iceberg on the DK to go down in that scenario.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They will be able to capitalize a little bit and go for that T1. Iceberg, he jumps in. Heaven's Halberd comes out on the Sven. Even the Oracle disarming his own Sven now. The Fate's Edict. And never mind, they aren't able to capitalize on that tier 1. They're forced to back off. Spirit. What are we going for next? ILTW. He's gone for that Chrysalis. Wants to go into the Daedalus now. In fact, does he possibly have it out? No, of course not. It's way too early for that. He hasn't queued up the rest of the Daedalus. He had it before, but he opts to just pick up the Chrysalis. And perhaps choose to go for something else after that. Because Chrysalis is quite a lot of value right now with its stats that it gives. DK getting caught out. Iceberg, he's still very, very tanky, but they have the Spirit Vessel now. They want to try and tick him out. Iceberg does not have a BKB. Cookie is there. Now the arena! It's going to save him! Aloha! He does manage to get his DK away, and with that arena and the Snapfire ultimate, they're just burning alive. TeamSpirit False Promise does come out on Non-Grata. They're still going to fight. They'll find V-Tune on the gyro at least. Aloha will go after the Centaur, and now Iceberg, he jumps back in. Although Purge is going to be there. He's in trouble now. He needs to get out again. Cookie, Aloha, just trying to keep him alive. Always want to fly, healing him up as much as possible to an immersion. He does get him in the back, and now they'll try and clean up with Aloha, and always want to fly going down. In fact, Aloha is still alive, but Ergon going to catch him out with the Yules, and what a team fight coming out from Spirit. It looks so bad. As General had that arena, and it's not even over. They're going to find the 5th one. Gets ensnared up. Nowhere to go. An Immersion picks up a double on the Earth Spirit. They do manage to finally get that T1 mid. And it looked really, really bad. So that save on the DK came out and the Arena of Blood was dropped. 3 heroes were trapped inside of it. But V-Tune didn't seem to be able to get in range to really dish out enough damage on that gyrocopter. And with this Diffusal build, you don't really dish out that much damage early on. Like it is pretty darn low until you get to that butterfly stage. So Team Spirit find themselves a way back into this game.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke though. Spirit, they want to try and capitalize even more. They have God Strength up. They go for a Roshan attempt? No, they'll ignore that. Going straight towards that top lane where they know V-Tune and always want to fly R. They are going to be surrounded as a roll. Going to be there to try and scout out. ILTW barely saw always want to fly. Now the Stampede. They try and get away here. Stun. V-Tune, he had the BKB. They'll get always want to fly and they'll force out a 10-second charge from V-Tune.
Top tower is under attack.
And if you're Team Spirit, you're definitely satisfied with that. I mean, not to mention, you'll find a tier 1 tower. That's probably the least important thing that just happened.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, that's a big crit coming out from ILTW. 900 damage already with the God Strength, and well, he just gets his Daedalus, so God only knows how much damage it is now. Mid lane, apparently a team fight has started. They do find Misha on the Oracle, and they do find Ergon as well on the Lina. Now Immersion getting stunned up. Here comes ILTW, but he doesn't have God Strength to use. Breathe Fire, Immersion, it's not going to be enough to kill him off, but the Spear, V-Tune, he gets it anyway. Now the stun, they found the Sven. Can ILTW get himself out of this? He commits Warcry, but the Diffusal immediately comes out. Now the BKB again having to be popped.
Dire's middle tower
And he'll get out in the end. But they're going to lose that tier 2 mid.
are fortified.
And surprisingly enough, FTM, like, you think losing that IO and losing that team fight prior to that would have been a bit demoralizing for them. But no, they just don't care. They keep just rushing forward. I love it. You're still going to be very wary of the fact that ILTW hits like a truck when God Strength is up. He's almost certainly going to be critting for over 1k. Immersion actually goes for the Veil build, which is pretty interesting. Pretty nice though when you can just amp up all that magic damage against that DK, who is very susceptible to it. Always want to fly. Nice roll in from Immersion. Does catch him out. They do just burst down that IO. Now, Spirit, they wanted this Roshan. FTM coming in, massive arena coming out from January. He's caught 4, but where's the follow-up? The cooldown comes in. Here comes V-Tune with the damage. General just in the middle of all this, trying to tank all the damage. The kiss is flying out as well, but that's been cancelled by the silence of the Earth Spirit. Immersion just dancing around, but he gets speared up. Everyone somehow still alive, but there goes General. He does go down with Immersion on the Earth Spirit. Still, Team Spirit, they're looking pretty bad here. ILTW needs to get the hell out. God Strength has worn off, and it looks looks like he will go down. They're going to go for more. They'd love Urgon to relocate. They'll find the Oracle instead. Misha. Fate's Edict to disarm. Not going to do much. FTM now will be able to clean up that Roshan. And FTM, I mean, they just walked in. They just walked in and dropped an Arena of Blood, and that was it. That was enough.
Radiant are scanning.
Iceberg doesn't have Dragon form available any longer, but he looks at non-grata. V-Tune, Urgon getting caught out, but he'll just TP out. V-Tune doesn't actually have a way of cancelling that TP immediately, and nice little quick thinking from Urgon to get himself out of that situation. Craggy Coat being picked up, that is a huge item. General will take it, that plus 12 armor. It's going to make General that much tankier. There may be a team fight breaking out as Spirit are looping around now. Looking for a target. What they found, there is a spear, they found the Centaur. That is not good news for Spirit. Stampede going to be committed non-grata, actually trying to get out of this, but the homing missile is following. Aloha, he had the damage anyway with the little shredder. FTM, still going for more. Who have they found there? It is Sven on the, well, it is ILTW on the Sven. They'll leave him be, they'll go after that bot tier 2, and I believe they may just pressure for a tier 3 tower. They have plenty of time available on that Dragon form to try and get the tier 3 down. And yeah, Iceberg, he moves forward immediately onto that tier 3. Still has his 10-second BKB, and he jumps straight in after the Oracle. God's Rebuke going to be there, and they burst Nisha down. The spear going to be enough from General. And that tier 3 100% gone now. Nice level LSA. It's not going to matter. As that Rax going to be taken. Dragon form wears out. Iceberg, not going to care. He'll just take the Rax, and that'll be enough. FTM more than happy with that. And you got to ask yourself, what's the answer here from Spirit? They've still got this crazy damage, but FlyToMoon, they're just outplaying them completely. In fact, they do jump in onto V-Tune. Now, this would be a massive kill if they could get him. And V-Tune, he does go down. That's the Aegis. Iceberg trying to fight, but he needs 8 seconds for that Dragon Form Arena. General again with the 3-man. And now they're just going to rip him apart with the Flak Cannon. Here comes Always Wanna Fly. He does go down, but who cares? Iceberg, he's a dragon now. Non-grata, he'll run out of there, but you've lost your Sven, you've lost your Lena, you've lost your Earth Spirit, and Misha goes down to boot. That's a dieback on the Oracle. And that's it. GG's been called, they've had enough. They understand they're going to definitely lose the second Rax, and more than likely a third, as the Sven didn't have buyback ready to go either. That'll be the first series of the night done. FlyToMoon taking this 2-0 in dominant fashion, I'd say. It looked fairly dominant to me. I'm sure it looked dominant to you as well. Nevertheless, if you are a TeamSpirit fan, don't fret. They are going to be playing again. They will be up against Virtus Pro. That's a really hard matchup, to say the least. But it should be an interesting series coming. It is MLP Dota. Hopefully it won't take too long for us to jump into that next series. If we are going to have a long break or something like that, I'll come back and let you guys know and keep you guys updated. Otherwise, I believe we should just get into the next series pretty much ASAP. I'll find out. It's MLP Dota. I'll see you guys very, very soon for that secondary series.